Hi guys, today's video is going to be about how to avoid burnout and how to maintain your well-being as a student nurse, which can be quite difficult, especially within the times that we're in right now. You're having to kind of avoid burnout and maintain your well-being both in practice on placement and also in this new environment of learning from home and like remote learning, because even though you're not physically doing anything, you're kind of sitting down all day. It's tiring and it can be quite draining, like mentally. So I just thought I'd give you guys some tips to help you out. Let's split this video into two. So my first few tips are going to be about avoiding burnout, and my second set of tips is going to be about maintaining your well-being. So my first tip for avoiding burnout is probably the obvious, is to try and get a good night's sleep. This can be hard, especially if you're on placement and you're going from nights to days and your sleeping pattern's a bit messed up, or maybe you have young kids at home and you have to study at weird times, or you just don't get a good night's sleep anyway, or just because, you know, you're at home and by the time you've finished all your work or you finished your shift, you kind of just want to stay up all night and watch Netflix. Trust me, I've been there. Like, it's not that hard to fall into that routine. As much as you can, try to at least get like 6 to 8 hours, preferably, you know, the more the better, because it just sets you up for the day. The more sleep you get, obviously the brighter you'll feel, the more energy you'll have, and that's going to contribute a lot to kind of reducing the risk of you feeling burnt out or experiencing burnout. You need to take breaks, regular breaks, whether that's within one day, within a week or a month, because sometimes following such a strict schedule, particularly if you're doing remote learning, doing all these back-to-back videos, watching recorded lectures, going to live lectures, it is a lot, and it is a lot to just stare at a screen all day, and it's tiring and it is exhausting even though you're just sitting down. You just need to listen to your body, and this goes for if you're on placement as well. If you really do feel tired and you don't feel good in yourself, whether that's physically or mentally, take a break. If that means you have to take a day off or reschedule a shift, if that means putting aside watching a pre-recorded lecture and leaving it to the next day or the next week, do it. Like, it's not going to kill you to do it, but it's going to really be detrimental to your physical and mental health if you don't do it, if you don't take breaks. Fair enough, you're being productive, but are you really going to retain the information, or is it really going to make you feel better inside? Like, it's not. I would definitely recommend just listening to your body. If you feel like your brain can't do any more work, you feel like your body can't do any more work, listen to it and just take a break, because it will do wonders. My third point is kind of related to placement. If you need to rearrange your shifts, then do it. If you get given your rota and it's jam-packed with like back-to-back shifts and like a combination of days and nights in one week, if you can't cope with that, fair enough, you can't change around your whole rota because that's taking the mick, but like the odd shift, if you need to rearrange it or postpone it and you're able to do that, then do it, because having that extra day off or having a gap between 2 or 3 shifts will make all the difference in just giving yourself time to rest, giving yourself time to kind of focus on yourself and focus on your own well-being. That is really important, and that is something that might be beneficial to you. If you're like me and you don't like to be absent, you don't like to miss out on things, that doesn't necessarily mean you have to miss out, because you can reschedule. But if you really don't feel well and you really need a break, whether that's physically or mentally, then you do need to take a break. Obviously, hours are important and attendance is important for both sides of uni, both practical and theoretical, but you just need to put yourself first, and you need to put your health first, because as I've said in multiple videos before, you can't look after other people if you're not looking after yourself. So you have to prioritize your own well-being and your own mental and physical health. And my last point for avoiding burnout is kind of related to what I said earlier, is to take leave if you need it and to postpone tasks. If things get really bad for you, then it is okay to kind of apply for an extension, or to defer an assignment, or to take some time off placement, or even to take some time out of the course if things are really bad, or if you have any family problems or other sorts of problems at home. It's okay. Like, it doesn't make you a failure to not do things the traditional way. If you need to take a break, if you need to push some things back, then do it, because for the sake of your own kind of happiness and well-being, that might be really, really crucial. So definitely keep that in mind. Moving on to the maintaining well-being side of things, it is so paramount to practice self-care. That could be in any sort of form, whether it's your skincare routine, having a bath, reading a book, watching Netflix, anything that makes you feel good, do it. I would say every day, to be honest, even if that's just like simple things like washing your hair, putting on a face mask, like things like that don't take that much time out of your day, but they still kind of make you feel good, and they do, like, it's just something to make you feel nice. Obviously a lot of kind of self-care things that we may normally do, like maybe going to a spa or getting your nails done, well, to be honest, as a nurse you don't really get your nails done. Getting your hair done, things like that, we obviously can't do now in lockdown, but there's so many things you can do at home to kind of practice self-care, so definitely do that. As well as having a good sleep, make sure that your diet is healthy and that you're eating healthily, you're eating regularly, you're not missing meals. And exercising as well, you need to make your body feel good, you need to release some dopamine, you need to release some serotonin, you need to kind of get your body going. Even if you have no motivation to kind of make a healthy meal or to do a workout, once you do it, you always feel so much better. So just try and kind of motivate yourself to do things like that, and that will just make you feel so much better. Also, kind of factoring into self-care, just do what you enjoy. I think when you get so busy with like a university course or your day job or anything, it can be really easy to neglect the things that you used to do before. So for example, if that's like writing or playing an instrument or singing or dancing or whatever it is, don't neglect your hobbies, because those are the things that ultimately make you feel better. And if you want to escape from work or whatever is stressing you out, then those hobbies can be your escape. So separating work from things that you enjoy gives you a bit of an escape and allows you to kind of separate yourself from your stress and give you some time to relax. And lastly, my last kind of 2 points are about talking. So if you feel like things are getting really bad for you, whether you feel overwhelmed by your course, you feel overwhelmed for whatever reason or whatever's going on in your life, if you're overwhelmed with just the pandemic or anything else, make sure you talk to someone. It's so important to just tell people how you're feeling, because we're not mind readers. You can never really get mad at someone for noticing that something's not right with you, because people are good actors. Some people who are really, really struggling can act like nothing is wrong. So if you have a problem, just make sure you speak to someone, whether that be within the uni, in your placement area, your significant other, your friends, your family, anyone. Then please talk, because it's just a nice way to kind of get your feelings out and a good way to get advice. And also, don't be afraid to speak to people externally as well. If you feel like you need some sort of therapy or counselling because of whatever you're going through, it's not a shameful thing to get help. It does work, it's not weird, it doesn't make you crazy. I think there's so much stigma around kind of reaching out to kind of mental health services or speaking to people, going to therapy, counselling. But honestly, it might be the best decision you make if things are really hard and if nothing else is working and you need guidance in how to change your life and how to cope with things. If that's something that you feel like you need to do, then definitely do it. As I say, it's not an embarrassing thing, it's not a shameful thing, it does work and it might be the best thing for you. So just keep an open mind on how to kind of improve your lifestyle and how to kind of make yourself feel better and how to improve your well-being, and hopefully things will get better if you are struggling. I think those are all my points. I hope that video gave you guys some tips of things to try if you didn't know about them already. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, then don't forget to give it a thumbs up, comment, subscribe, turn on your post notifications if you haven't already. Thank you for watching and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.